Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about buying lingerie online. So this is a subject a lot of you guys have been asking about. I know it can be tricky. I'd say that after a few years of buying, exchanging, returning products, I got very good at this. So I really wanted to share with you a few tips that really helped me, especially when your bust is, well, you might not see it because of the bra I'm wearing, but actually I'm a full bust girl. So I know that when your breast size goes over a G cup, it can be really tricky to find your way within the lingerie market. So yeah, today we're gonna be talking about that, and I hope it's gonna be helpful. So the first tip I would have to give you would be to get fitted. That's the very first thing you need to do. So the first, and I'd say the easiest option for that would be to go to a specialized lingerie store. And the reason why I say specialized is that my experience being fitted in big, big stores, kind of Victoria's Secret kind of stores, is that very often they don't go over E cup, and when they do, well, yeah, actually they don't. They don't go over E cup, and the problem with that is that sometimes their profiteers are actually trained to be salespersons. So if you go there and let's say you're actually out of their size range, they might not tell you that, and they might just try to fit you into a size that they have and that would be close to your breast size. When I say close, it might just be a random size that your boobs can take. Like, let's say, I don't know, you're feeling the cup, but maybe the band is absolutely not appropriate for you, or the straps are too short or too long, those kind of things. And that is because, well, I'm not trying to blame anyone, but I think if you're pressured to sell, you might not necessarily give the best option to your customers. So in a specialized store, this can also happen, unfortunately, but it's less likely because you're actually dealing with actual profiteers, and most of the time their priority is to see you wearing the right size. So if they don't have your size, they will tell you. And sometimes if they're kind, they will also refer you to a different store that might have your size. So yeah, that would be a very good option. However, I know that some people are not comfortable with the idea of being fitted by another person, simply because you might be a modest person, you might not want another woman, because most of the time they're women. I've never encountered a male profiteer. You might not necessarily want another woman to see you half naked. So if, for example, you are scared of that, if you don't feel comfortable with that, then I have another option for you. It would be to directly go through the internet. So if you were to go with this method, if you were to choose the internet first, then I would say you need to look for websites that have a very easy shipping and return policy. If you go, for example, if you're gonna use ASOS, let's say, when I used to live in France, ASOS was a very easy website for me to shop, simply because they offer, well, they're actually a retailer and they have their own line. So if you're looking for a brand that is not accessible in your country, let's say a US brand, you might find it on ASOS. And ASOS is really big, meaning that for them, paying for your return is not a big deal. If I remember well, they do offer free return tags. So if you need to exchange your bra, it's very simple. You just have to ask for the tag on their website. They will give it to you very easily, and you just have to return the bra. If you live in Europe, this is available, but I know that in Canada it's not. We usually have to pay for our own shipping. So yeah, I know it really depends on your country, but there are websites within your country, I'm sure, that offer a free return. So this would be one way to go about it, because you can, if you have the budget, you would be able to, like, let's say, buy 3-4 bras after measuring yourself, you know, because if you measure yourself, you might get an idea of your size. So then after measuring yourself and roughly knowing where you should be, then you can go on this website, pick 3-4 brand size, order everything, try at home comfortably, and yeah, the one that don't fit, just return them. Make sure you do all of this very respectfully, you know, don't remove the tags, make sure, you know, your body doesn't have any perfume or anything when you're doing this, in order to have no issues with the return. But if you're careful, then it should be no problem. And I'd say that's a good way to do this. I've been doing this maybe once or twice, and after doing this twice, like I'm telling you, you kind of know your breast size. So after that, it's much easier to figure out what size you are. And I'd say usually your size, like, pay attention to where the brand that made your bra is from. Simply because if it's a UK brand, chances are that the bra size that you're wearing with this brand will be kind of the same with other British brands. But if it's a French brand, it might be different. So that's the tricky thing. But once you figure this out, it's gonna be very simple. So yeah, now not everyone has the budget to buy 4 bras at once. In that case, you know, just do the same thing, but just buy 1 bra at a time. Just buy 1 bra, see how it fits, and then exchange. You know, let's say if you see that the cup is too big, maybe keep the same band size and go for a different letter. If it's the opposite, if your cup is perfect but the band size is too big, then you might have to go through a sister size, meaning you know, you're keeping the same cup, like cup volume, but you might need to change entirely your size. Let's say, for example, now I am a 30 double F. So if I would order a 30 double G, I would see that the band would be perfect, but the cup would be too big. So then I'd go for a 30G or double F. So now let's say I'm wearing a 32F. So then technically the cup are gonna be good for me, but the band will be slightly big. So then, well, you might need to check a size short, but a 32F would be the same volume as a 30 double F. So once you know that, you just change according to, you know, what needs to be improved. And then I would know, okay, 32F works for my breast but not for my back, so I need a 30. I just go a cup higher but with a 30. This is I don't know if I'm being clear, but I might do a video about that too later. So that is one thing. If you go with a website that offer free return, it will facilitate you know, the process of finding your size. So now that you have a few websites that you can work with depending on your country, I'd say that something additional that could help you would be lingerie reviews. So lingerie reviews can be found quite easily actually. You won't find everything because of course more popular brands will be usually represented and smaller or more expensive brands won't be. But the thing I like with lingerie reviews is that they're usually very detailed. Now it depends where you find them. If you want the easy way, I'd say, use, for example, big websites like Amazon. On Amazon, whatever you're gonna buy, usually you have a review about it. For bras, especially popular brands, you will find, for example, you know, a rank within the reviews. So the worst reviews and the best reviews, and then people will tell you how they felt about the product. Sometimes they will even give you pictures. The issue with website reviews is that, well, very often people just say how they felt, and it's basically lacking in detail. Like for example, someone might say, oh, this bra was awful, I didn't feel comfortable at all, I had to return it. Now you have no idea if this person ordered the right size, you have no idea if this person is very sensitive to wires, you don't know what was the issue. So people are not always gonna give you all the details, and sometimes it might be someone, let's say, that likes to have a very tight fit, and the person's gonna say, this bra was very perfect for me, I loved how I felt, I was so supported. Now you order this bra and you don't like it because you prefer a different type of fit. So all that to say that on customer based reviews, but customers that don't give you a lot of details or pictures or anything like that, it might depend on how they felt. It's not necessarily objective. Now for sure, if you have a bunch of reviews on this website, it's definitely more accurate. So let's say you have 60 reviews, if you go through them, you will have a good idea of the product. But if there are like 2 reviews, then I don't know, that's not necessarily the case. So what I do is that I look for blog reviews, basically lingerie blog reviews, because most of the time people will give you tons of details. It's their job, basically. They just give you a lot of details. So for sure, I'm preaching for my own church, but if you go and find, like, let's say my own blog reviews about a product, I will tell you what type of product this is, what is the construction of this product, is it high-end, is it cheaply made, you know, I'll tell you if the straps are adjustable or no, if I think this bra is made for round breast, or if, like, you know, softer breast will be happy with this bra, if your breast shape might be compatible or not with this bra. So I will give you tons of details. This might be overwhelming, but if that's what you're looking for, then it's perfect. And for me, this is what helped me the most with my research when it came to bra shopping, because then I had pictures of someone wearing the bra, so it's not about subjectivity anymore. Well, it's still subjective, right? Because you and I don't share the same body, but you will see that what I'm saying is based on those things that you can see. So I'd say it's very helpful. Like, and there are many bloggers, not as many as a few years ago, but you can still find very good quality blogs. And yeah, this might just help you. Another recommendation would be to find a blogger that is kind of similar to you, in the sense that the person has a similar bra size or a similar body type, or both, because in that case you can trust that, you know, something that worked for them is very likely to work for you. It takes some time, but well, it's very helpful and it will save you a lot of money, because bloggers will also tell you if they didn't like something. Now, of course, not everyone is the same, and sometimes reviews can be very enthusiastic, and you might not be sure if the person is happy because they got something for free, or if they're happy because the product is amazing. So this I can understand. I'd say that, you know, more and more, I think people are very honest with their reviews. So yeah, I'd say if you want more details information, you can even message bloggers, because they might be even more trustful if they talk to you, in the sense that you know, it's not about an aesthetic blog post anymore, it's really about a conversation about the product. So if they talk with you, they might just help you finding what you're looking for. So that's another thing. And now I'd say my last advice would be, well, depending on your budget, you might not have to do this, but buying during the sales might also be a good idea. For me, for example, when I haven't tried a brand yet, I tend to look for their sale product first, because well, although I want to support businesses, I also don't want to be disappointed and spend money and time on a product that's not worth it. So for me, if I have never tried a brand and if there is no reviews, if I can't find enough information, I will usually go with their sale or sample sales, depending. And once I've tried the product, once I found my fit, once I found my the thing I'm interested in their brand, then it's easier for me to invest because I know that I won't be disappointed. So that's something I would suggest. Now for sure, if you can afford to spend full price on these products, if you have time, also if you're a very patient person, go ahead by any means, buy the full price product. I think it's always great, and brands would not survive if you would only buy on sale. But yeah, that's something I do. So yeah, I hope this is helpful. What can I add to this? Well, I'd say you need to be very patient. This work process will be shorter and shorter as you get used to lingerie. But if it's a new experience and if you don't know anyone that can help you with that, I'd say getting fitted, looking for websites that are easy shipping and easy return process, read lingerie reviews, and buy first on sale would be a good idea. Like these four things, it might look like a lot of work, but it pays. And you can also, if you don't even want to buy on sale, if you just want to try something, there are tons of Facebook groups. Well, not tons, but actually there are several Facebook groups about lingerie. And on these groups sometimes, especially the ones that are specialized in exchange and reselling, you can find a lot of bras, a lot of lingerie at very affordable price. So of course some of them are pre-owned and they might not feel as new, but sometimes it's a good idea to look into this because then you can get for a very cheap price a bra that is actually still in good condition and that will help you to experience the sizing and quality of the brand. So that would be also an option. I haven't done this very often just because I don't like wearing other people's lingerie, but when I, let's say if I find something like accessories or a very rare garment that I know I won't find anywhere else anymore, or something that's actually very, very expensive and that I can find for a cheaper price there, I might just go for it. So yeah, I have bought a few times lingerie from this kind of websites. I just don't do it all the time, but that's just me. So I'd say that most of the time people are very respectful and they give you something that is in good condition actually, or that's very cheap. They will tell you if it's not in best shape, but it's still something to consider. Depending on your budget, it might be very helpful. Alright, so please give me your feedback. Don't forget to subscribe and comment if you can. This is gonna help me a lot. If you still don't know, I have a Patreon page you can subscribe to and support me. And of course my Instagram page is where I'm the most active, so you can also check it out if you're interested or if you don't know it already. And yeah, I hope you're good. I hope everything is well for you. Stay safe, wear your mask, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.